Hello, welcome to Legal Brain. Today, I'm going to discuss about yet another important topic, which is falling under Indian Contract Act 1872. And today, I'll be discussing about the concept of offer and proposal, which is the same meaning, offer or proposal. So, I'll be discussing about the essentials of valid offer or defined offer or proposal. So, I'm going to answer this particular question in exam point of view. And I'm going to discuss what do you mean by an offer or a proposal, or what are the essentials of a valid offer. So you can look into the screen and try to understand what is an offer or a proposal. So first of all, I'll be discussing about what do you mean by an offer. What is an offer? In the previous class, I have already mentioned that the term offer and proposal, which is of the same meaning, just that in Indian law, we use the word proposal, and in English law, we use the word offer. So today, we're going to learn about which section speaks about offer or proposal under Indian Contract Act 1872. According to Section 2, Subclause A of Indian Contract Act speaks about what is an offer. So Section 2A gives the definition for the term offer. You can look into the screen. Section 2A says that when one person signifies to another his willingness to do or to abstain from doing anything with a view to obtaining the assent of the other to such an act or abstinence, he is said to make a proposal. So I'm going to tell you what do you mean by this particular section. So according to section 2A, it says that when one person signifies to the other, that means, for example, I told you in the previous class, there should be minimal of 2 parties to a contract. A minimal of 2 parties should be there. So for example, I'm going to enter into a contract with you. So we both are the parties to a contract. In this situation, if one person is making the offer, what do you mean by that offer? That's what we're going to learn. Imagine, I'm going to give you an offer to you. I am giving you an offer. But what is an offer according to section 2A? So section 2A says that when one party, that means when I am giving an offer to you, that means when one party signifies or when one party conveys or communicates that particular person's willingness, which means readiness, that I am ready to give this particular offer to you. Like I'm going to sell my 1 BHK apartment to you. Do you want to purchase it? If then you can purchase it for 1 lakh rupees, for example. So like this, I am giving you one offer. That means one party giving an offer to the other party, and it is to do something or to abstain from doing something. Okay, it means, I can give an offer to do something, or abstain from doing something means, refraining from not doing it. So either I can give an offer, I can communicate that I'm ready to do this particular thing, my willingness or my readiness to do a particular thing, and or to abstain from doing it, and it should be with a view of obtaining the assent of the other party. And assent meaning, what do you mean by assent? That means I should be giving the offer with the view of obtaining your acceptance. You are the one who should give the acceptance to me, because I am the one who is giving the offer to you. So obviously you will be the one who will be giving the acceptance to me. So I should always give an offer to you with the view. That means, I am like waiting for your approval. I'm waiting for your acceptance to enter into the contract. So this is the meaning of offer, which is mentioned under section 2A. So again, I'll repeat once again. Section 2A says that when one person signifies his willingness or readiness to do or to abstain from doing something to the other person with a view of obtaining the acceptance or assent, is said to be an offer. So this is the definition of offer or proposal under Indian Contract Act 1872. So now I'm going to analyze this particular definition, section 2A, and I'm going to cut short it into 2-3 points so that it'll be very easy for you to understand. So look into the screen. The first point says that in order to constitute a proposal or an offer, so the same meaning, a person should have made a communication to the other person. This point is very relevant and it's a very important point. So first point says that if I am giving one offer to you, I am the person, myself is the offerer and you are the offering. I am giving the offer to you, so I am offerer. To whom it is given? To you, I am giving the offer, so you are called as offering. So in this particular situation, communication is very essential. That means I have to communicate the offer to you. I have to inform you. So if, example, I am selling my 1 BHK apartment to you, I have to communicate it to you. So that means it should come into your knowledge, that you should have a knowledge about this particular offer. So that is the meaning of communication, first point. Second point is that the person who has made the communication should have expressed his willingness or readiness to do or to abstain from doing something. If I am giving you one offer, then that means I should communicate to you that I'm willing to sell this particular thing. I'm ready to sell this particular thing. My willingness to do something or to abstain from doing something. That means I'm not ready to do, not abstaining, refraining from doing something. Okay. So either it should be an act of doing something or to abstain from doing something. So first point says that there should be communication. Second point says that, it should be made with the view of, doing a particular act or to abstain from doing the particular act. Look into the third point. The third point says that the communication should be made with the view of obtaining assent. Assent means your consent, your acceptance. I should be waiting for your acceptance. I have given you an offer. I'm going to sell my 1 BHK apartment to you. If you want to purchase it, you purchase it for 1 lakh rupees. I'm giving you one offer. And when I'm giving this particular offer, I should be, in my mind, I should be waiting for your acceptance for that. That means I should be waiting for your approval, your acceptance, your consent to enter into the contract and to accept it. So these are the major 3 points when we analyze the definition section 2A of Indian Contract Act, which speaks about offer. That means there should be a communication. Then the communication should be of a view of, doing something or, refrain from, to abstain from doing something. And the third point will be regarding, which should be given with a view of obtaining the assent of the party. And again, example, I've told an example, look into the screen. A says to B, I am ready to sell my house at Chennai to you. Will you purchase the house for 1 lakh rupees? So this is an offer or a proposal. For example, if I am giving this particular offer to you, myself, I'm called as offerer and you will be the offering. That means A and B. A is giving an offer to B. If you want to, I'm ready to sell my house to you. If you want to purchase it, you purchase it for 1 lakh rupees. So this is called an offer. And after giving the offer, A will be waiting for the approval or the acceptance from B. So A is the promiser or the offerer and B is the promisee or the offeree in this particular example. And we have learned about section 2A, what is an offer. Now we are going to learn about what are the different types of offer or different kinds of offer, which is very important. So there are like various kinds of offers. So that's mentioned in the screen. Look into the screen. The first one is express offer. Express offer is there. Implied offer is there. Specific offer is there. General offer is there. Cross offer and counter offer is there. So these are the different categories or kinds of offer which is available. So now we are going to learn what do you mean by express offer, what do you mean by implied offer, and so on. So regarding express offer, the meaning of express offer is that when one person is expressly giving the offer to the other person, that means express offer. For example, I am writing the offer to you. I'm writing a letter to you and I'm posting the letter to you and you will receive the letter. So I'm communicating my offer to you by the means of post. By posting a letter, I am conveying it to you. So that is an express offer. I am writing down it. I'm sending a letter to you. Or I am sending you an email. That is also expressly given. Expressly, I am giving something. So these kinds of modes are termed as express offer. Like giving a letter, giving a notice, sending a mail. So all these are express offers. Or it can be oral, like, verbally spoken. I'm telling you, yeah, I'm going to sell my house. If you want to purchase it, you purchase it. Orally, I'm telling it to you. So that is called express offer. I'm expressly, by my words, I'm conveying it to you. I'm communicating it to you. So this is the meaning of express offer. Hope it is clear. The second point is implied offer. Implied offer means there is no written or oral communication in case of implied offer. Just that the offerer will be impliedly giving the offer, like by gestures, the person is communicating that there is a implied offer. So that is the difference between express offer and implied offer. The third category is specific offer. What do you mean by specific offer? Specific offer means specifically to a particular person, I'm giving an offer. For example, a classroom. A classroom consists of 60 students, things like that. And specifically to one person, I am giving the offer. That is the meaning of specific offer. Specifically to one person, I'm giving an offer. So the offerer will be giving an offer specifically to a particular person. So this is the meaning of specific offer. Next is general offer. Again, think about the same example. Think about a classroom. A classroom consists of 60 students. If I am giving a general offer, then the meaning is I am giving this offer to all the 60 students, to everyone. I'm giving the offer. Generally, I'm giving the offer to everybody. So anybody can accept it. Anybody among, there are 60 students. Anybody can accept this particular offer because it is a general offer which is given to a group of people or a group of people in large. Okay, so that is the meaning of general offer. And again, there is a very famous case law which is known as Carlill versus Carbolic Smoke Ball Company. So this is a landmark case law when it comes to general offer. I'll discuss it. Just listen to the class. The next kind of offer is cross offer. What do you mean by cross offer? So the meaning is when both the persons are making identical offers to each other in ignorance of others' offer. So the meaning is, for example, myself and you, we both person, we doesn't know. You doesn't know that I'm going to give an offer to you. Either I didn't know that you're going to give an offer to me. So without knowing each other, two persons are giving the identical offer. Identical offer means, for example, I am sending a letter to you. I'm going to sell my apartments. If you want to purchase it, you purchase it for 10 lakh rupees. I am giving an offer to you. At the same time, you are giving an offer to me. I am willing to purchase your apartment for 10 lakh rupees. So in this situation, the subject matter is same. That is the apartment. Okay. I am planning to sell it to you. You are planning to purchase it from me. So the offer is identical. Identical means same offer. We are talking about the same subject matter, apartment. But we didn't know that you didn't know that I'm going to give the offer to you. Even I don't know that you're going to give the offer to me. So the subject matter is same. That means it's an identical offer. It's the same offer. Without knowing each other, myself and you, without knowing each other, we are crossing the offer. I'll show a diagram so that it'll be very easy for you to understand about cross offer. Before that, what do you mean by counter offer? So counter offer meaning is, for example, I am giving an offer to you. I'm going to sell one of my property to you for 20 lakh rupees. I'm planning to sell one of my property to you for 20 lakh rupees. I am giving an offer to you. If you want to purchase it, you purchase it from me. I give the offer. The first initial offer I have given. Later that, you are giving me an offer in return to my first or initial offer. You are telling me, I am willing to purchase this particular property for 10 lakh rupees. In return, you are giving me an offer to me. So this particular offer is called counter offer. So what do you mean by a counter offer? A counter offer meaning is like I am giving you one first initial offer to you. And for that, you are responding to me with a counter offer. You are giving me another offer to me. So the thing that you have to be careful is that whenever a person gives the counter offer, that will be the end of the first initial offer. I will talk about this particular concept in detail, so it will be easy for you to understand. You can look into the screen, think about this situation. See, there is a diagram, so it will be very easy for you to understand. What do you mean by cross offer? So in this picture, you can see that A is posting a letter to B and A is giving an offer to B. Same time, B is posting a letter to A and giving an offer to A. So in this situation, the subject matter will be same. That means the topic or the offer that they are giving, exchanging each other will be same. That means they are giving an identical offer, like selling of the apartment. A is going to sell his apartment to B. B is planning to purchase the apartment from A. The concept is identical. The offer is identical. So without knowing each other, that's the meaning of ignorance to each other. Without knowing each other, they are exchanging the offer. So this is the meaning of cross offer. I hope now it is clear for you guys. Next is counter offer. I told you, for example, I am going to sell a particular thing for 100 rupees. I'm going to sell a particular thing for 100 rupees. In return to my first initial offer, the offer that I've given to you, you are giving an offer to me. You are giving an offer to me, telling that I am willing to purchase this particular thing for 90 rupees. In return, you are giving a counter offer. So this is the meaning of counter offer. The offer that I am giving to you is called initial offer or the first offer. The offer that you are giving to me in return is called counter offer. The only thing you have to be clear is that whenever one party is giving a counter offer to the initial offer, that will be the end of the initial offer. So now, for example, I have given an offer to you. If you want to purchase it, you purchase this particular property for a, product or anything for 100 rupees. In return to this particular initial offer, you have given a counter offer to me, telling that I am willing to purchase it for 90 rupees. And my response to that is that, no, I'm not ready to sell it for 90 rupees. I respond to that. I'm not willing to sell it for 90 rupees. Later on, again, you are telling me, okay, then I'm willing to purchase it for 100 rupees. Now, I cannot give the acceptance for that. Why? Because the second, when you give the counter offer stating that you are willing to purchase it for 90 rupees, in that second itself, the initial offer got ended. So there is no more initial offer to accept the, again, if you want to accept the initial offer, there is no initial offer to accept. So this is the meaning of counter offer. So now I'm going to discuss one of the famous landmark case law falling under general offer or unilateral offer. The case name is Carlill versus Carbolic Smokeball Company. This is an English case which is very famous and very important case law when it comes to law of contracts and, general offer. So always, you can expect a problem question based on this particular case law, Carlill versus Carbolic Smokeball Company. So I'm going to explain about the facts of the case. So regarding this particular case, the facts is that you can look into the screen. In this particular case, there was a company, okay? The defendant is a company, Carbolic Smokeball Company. And this particular company gave an advertisement in a newspaper stating that, they were promoting their product, a smoke ball, and they stated that if you are using this particular product, and if you used it and if you are using it and if you fall sick and if you got a flu called influenza, we will be giving a compensation for that particular thing. So this particular company, guaranteed that you will never fall sick if you use this particular smoke ball. And what happened? One lady named Carlill, she purchased this particular product and she used this particular smoke ball and she fell ill. So before that, this particular company stated that they will give a compensation of $100 if you fall ill. because of, after using this particular smoke ball, if you fall ill, we will be giving a compensation or a reward of $100. And for that, they have deposited $1,000 in bank account. If somebody is claiming the compensation, they can actually give it. So for that, the company deposited $1,000 in the bank account. And later on, this particular lady, Carlill, she bought the product, she used the product, and she fell ill. And later on, she filed a case against the company, stating for this particular reward or compensation of $100. In the situation, when the lady or when the plaintiff filed a case against this particular defendant company, the company stated that there was no offer to give acceptance. It was a mere advertisement in the newspaper, and that cannot be considered as an offer. But what happened in this particular case? The court held that there was a unilateral offer, and which will be binding in this particular case. That means the court stated that it is a general offer to the public, because this particular company give an advertisement in the newspaper, and that means the company gave a general or a unilateral offer to everybody, every public at large. If anybody is purchasing this particular smoke ball and using it, that shows the acceptance to the offer. So you can ask, where is the acceptance? The acceptance is whenever a person is buying and using the product, there is an implied acceptance to that particular offer. So in this case, court asked the defendant company to pay the compensation to this particular lady. So this is the facts and judgment of Carlill versus Carbolic Smoke Ball Company. This is a very famous case law falling under unilateral offer or general offer. Next, I'm going to talk about acceptance. We have learned about what is offer, which section speaks about offer, what are the different kinds of offers, and the landmark case law falling under general offer. Now, I'll be explaining about acceptance. So one person has given the offer and the other person has to give the acceptance. So what do you mean by acceptance? Which section speaks about acceptance? Regarding acceptance, section 2, subclause B speaks about acceptance. So we're going to study what do you mean by acceptance. So look into the screen. According to section 2B, it says that when the person to whom the proposal is made signifies his assent thereto, the proposal is said to be accepted. For example, I am giving one offer to you, I am the offerer and you are the offering. If you are willing to accept that particular offer, you can communicate it to me and you can accept the offer and it will turn into a binding contract. So this definition says that when the person to whom the proposal is made, that means to you, I am giving an offer to you. To you, I have given an offer. If you want to accept it, you can accept it and it will be binding in nature. And now I'm going to explain about the legal rules or the legal rules for acceptance. What all are the points that we should take into consideration when it comes to acceptance? The legal rules for acceptance. The first point is that acceptance must be given as per the mode prescribed by the offerer. For example, I have given one offer to you and I have specifically mentioned that you should communicate your acceptance to me by post, for example, by letter. So that means if I clearly specified that you have to give the acceptance in this particular specifically by post, then the acceptance should be given in that particular mode and no other mode will be accepted. If I am mentioning that you have to send a mail, regarding acceptance, it should be a mail. If I am telling you that it should be in mode of a letter, you have to give a letter by post. So whatever mode the offerer is, giving or mentioning, the same mode the acceptor or the offering has to follow. That is the first point. Second point is that acceptance must be given before the lapse of time or within a reasonable time. The meaning is that, for example, today I am giving you an offer and I'm telling you, you should give the acceptance within 10 days of time. That means within 10 days, you have to give the acceptance. So if it is crossing like the 10th day and it's the 11th day, it will not be taken into consideration and which will not be valid in the eyes of law. So if the offerer is specifically mentioning a date or a time limit, you have to give the acceptance within that time limit. Another example, okay? Imagine a situation like the offerer haven't given a time limit. The offerer didn't specify any time limit. And if that is the situation, the acceptance should be given within a reasonable time. Within a reasonable time, what do you mean by reasonable time? For example, I have given an offer to you and you are accepting the offer after 2 years. Is it a reasonable time? No, it is not a reasonable time. So that means according to our mind, your mental thing, we can actually specify the reasonable time. For example, 10 days, 1 month, a reasonable time period. So within that reasonable time limit, we have to give the acceptance if specifically a time limit is not prescribed by the offer. The third point is that acceptance must be unconditional. That means there should not be any condition when it comes to the acceptance. Acceptance should always be unconditional. The next point is that acceptance may be given by any person in case of general offer. I told you general offer is an offer which is given to generally to everyone. For example, in a classroom, I'm giving an offer to you. Generally, I'm giving an offer to everybody in the classroom. There are 60 students. That means anybody can accept the offer and you can communicate it to me. So that is the meaning. Acceptance must be given by any person in case of a general offer. Next point is that acceptance may be given by any specific person in case of a specific offer. For example, I am giving the offer specifically to one person in a classroom. That means only that particular person should give the acceptance to me and not any other person. So that is the meaning of that. Next legal rule is that acceptance may be communicated. There should be communication of acceptance. I am communicating the offer to you. In return, you have to communicate the acceptance to me and not to anybody else. So that's an important legal rule. Next legal rule is that mental acceptance is no acceptance, or acceptance must not be derived from silence. That means if you want to give the acceptance, you have to communicate it to me. And if you are not communicating to me, there will not be no, acceptance. Okay, so silence cannot be treated as an acceptance. Next legal rule is that acceptance must not be precedent to offer. So that means that the meaning is that first I should move the offer to you, then only you will be able to give the acceptance to me. Acceptance should be following the offer, not precedent to that, not before that. So that is the meaning. The last legal rule is that acceptance must not be precedent to the offer. I have already mentioned this particular point. So these are the major legal rules concerning acceptance. So in today's class, we have discussed about what do you mean by an offer or essentials of a valid offer. We discussed about what are the different kinds of offers. We discussed the landmark case law, Carlill versus Carbolic Smoke Ball Company. We discussed about what is an acceptance, what are the legal rules falling under the acceptance and everything like that. So I hope this class is very useful for you and try to understand all the concepts. If you have any doubt, just comment below and I'll be responding to your comments. Do follow Legal Brain. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening.